Hello, hope everyone's doing well. It's the start of a new month, so that means it's Oxeye Arbiter fight time. Yay! Gotta get that free UR print for the Gear Lab. This month for me, it's Temperance, Light Siren Boss with a 130 level. Looks like I'm good on the offense boosts. All the boosts. Why is this one red? And this one is green. That's suspicious. Yeah, it's the threshold. Interesting. I should kind of grab all the things I can at the beginning of the month from the reset store. But this time around, got a fun one. All heals that you take will be converted into damage. So my mob fleet with Perseus and Aquila that are set up to heal is gonna be detrimental. Everyone that has a toolbox gonna be hurting themselves. That's fun. Anyone that has a self heal, like San Francisco, that heals everyone else on my mob fleet, not gonna do well. When it falls under 30 HP, this one's not too bad because you can just use torpedoes or planes or not shells. And it's not too bad, so that's not a big issue. A big issue is just getting it down. And then damages 5% HP of their max HP every 10 seconds. So it's gonna be kind of quick fights. Deals 15% more damage, it takes less damage. So this is the jellyfish that spawns in front of it. And so, yeah, with this, I'll show when it actually spawns. But what this boss does, it spawns this jellyfish mob in front of it that basically is a wall, so it absorbs damage, and also if you try to ignore it, the boss takes less damage. So you want to deal with that jellyfish because the boss takes 10% more damage. As for teams, I have my kind of auxiliary support team. These are ships that have some sort of additional like out of combat skill that's like, okay, does a barrage and a fleet gets not in after 15 seconds or so. So Musashi has the barrage. Richelieu is just here for damage, which is nice. Independence, while under leveled, her supporting wing skill buffs carriers and light carriers. Aviation reload, I believe 8% in OpSci, it's 4% normally, that aren't in her fleet. So while it would be beneficial for me to have more carriers in this fleet, it's kind of just slap together best of the rest. Ozma does good damage. Rika from the Gridman collab, nice buff, nice just stat pad, has a variety of skills. It's kind of fun to use. And Laffy's just here for damage. Fire some more torpedoes. And Rika's also here for torpedoes. The torp stat's not too bad. As for go to the mob fleet next, that's gonna be screwed by the HP skill. Vanguard, DPS, believe she's got a barrage. Pretty nice. Haven't really looked into what she does too much. I just kind of like, okay, she's UR, I'll use her. She can't be too bad. Perseus, best healer. Has 2 preload airstrikes. Have a wyvern on her, so she can do a screen wipe. She does have anti-submarine gear from when I was doing World 14 on her. I didn't change that around yet. Oh well. Aquila, nice damage. I think she has double fighters right now, which isn't the best for damage. It's nice for dealing with other planes, but it does give her a heal, so if you're going to be using her in this, and this is the boss you get with these skills, maybe go for fighter, dive bomber, and then torpedo bomber. That's her loadout. That way she doesn't get screwed by the healing debuff. Merton's here, nice barrage, heavy cruiser, good tank. I like her. Her skin. San Francisco. She's actually damaged. I don't know why they're damaged. She can go back to the base and heal up. Oh, should exit. Whoops. Will we save? Okay. Oh, so I can dip out of this and not have to use the rest and regroup thing. Oh well. Yeah, so San Francisco's here. She's decent tank. When she's in the middle position, she heals, so that's very nice. San Diego, good AA, terrible torpedo. She has 2 barrages, so that's nice. Overall, pretty decent. Move her back up. Move the 4th fleet back up. Next up is my 3rd fleet. I don't know why I have them in this order. I should have it mobbing in first, but whatever. I have a combination of battleships and torpedoes because I don't know if this version of the boss, can't remember, but I know the weaker siren bosses that are, let's just go back out again, you get from these after a certain health threshold. They gain a weakness to a certain type of damage type, wherever they're at. Yeah, and that's usually shelling, torpedoes from destroyers and cruisers, and airstrikes. So it's good to have a team dedicated to each, or a combo like this, where we have Ulrich, Von Hutten to slow and do good amount of damage. We have FTG, good amount of damage, has barrages. Now she's Fate Sim 5, she's even better, which is fantastic. It took forever. PR4 ship, or not PR4. Yeah, PR4 ships got their Fate Sim before she did, which is PR2. Let's see. Oh, let's go back. New Jersey is New Jersey. Enough said. She has a ton of damage. We had a meme a while back, people I knew, where we would just make the most cursed New Jersey set builds, just because her barrage is incredibly good. I don't have the proper gun on her right now, but it's not gonna really matter because it's the Iowa gun, and I have that at plus 13, so it's a good offside boost. Aegir, good damage. She's a slow, so if the timing on Ulrich isn't right, I can also use Aegir, and she can also slow for these two to fire the torpedoes better. Shimikaze, good destroyer, good torpedo destroyer, got a nice barrage. She has the very fast DD gun that's blue. And then Yudachi, good firepower and torpedo, so that's nice. Let's deal with that. And then lastly is my carrier fleet. Got Hakuryu, Shinano, Indomitable, Anchorage, Kazugumo, and Sirius. These two up top, just damage. Have running a torpedo bomber and double dive armor Haku. Throw it off. Really like her. It's very strong. Got double tenderize at plus 13. That's nice. And I'm ready. I have enough prints for when they drop her Fate Sim at some point, because I know they will, because that's what they've been doing now. Shinano, plenty of damage. You know, she's plenty strong. If you have her, you know what she does. Running double torpedo bombers on her. Just so, and then these are the converging torpedoes for bosses. So these are very good for bosses if you have a unit that can slow. And that is what Indomitable is here for. If that's implacable. Which skill is it? I know one of these. Yeah, when launching an airstrike. And this is nice because unlike with what's her name? Centaur is the one, and the other one is oh, I'm blanking so hard. What is her name? Oh, I'm feeling Arc Royal. I knew it was Royal. I want to say Royal Arc, but that's not correct. So I feel like Implacable is a nice kind of upgrade on Arc Royal, and if you don't like her design or her personality especially, then if you got her, she's nice slow. I don't have her timing on her gear just right with these two, so I want to get the timing a little closer together. But yeah, so she's got the Ryusei as well, steam catapults, all good stuff. Anchorage is here because she's almost unkillable. I was kind of playing around with like PvP setup, so that's why I have this on her. It's nice. Gave her this. She's like, oh, why not? If using Anchorage, make sure you have these torpedoes on her. They reload the fastest, and her torpedo stat is not great or good even, but you get to fire this off even more, which is nice. And she's Fate Zone 5, which I don't really pay attention to what it did. She was honestly fine in my opinion beforehand, but that's nice. Kazugumo is here for a 50% buff. That's mostly what I'm using her for. Let's see. And she also heals. That's nice for your carriers. That's good. And Sirius is also here for increased aviation and increased hit. That's nice. And she also gets buff from that, so she's pretty nice for this too. You can use Kashino or the Chinese munition ship. Those also work for this case. You can use run Helena in this comp too. I stopped running Helena because I could not get her radar scan SG radar to proc consistently enough, and it was getting really frustrating. And even though I had the right setup where you don't run an SG radar on her for carrier fleets because that way it's slower and it's timed more correctly, it just wasn't procking consistently enough for me to actually feel justified in using it. So when Kazuguma got added to permanent, I made sure to grab her and then have Sirius good to go. That way I'm not struggling. If you don't have Kazugumo for this type of situation, Yugure retrofit also works. Benson has a similar skill, but she's not as good because she's only a rare with no retrofit. And there's some others. I think Hammond 2 also has a similar skill. They don't stack, so don't run two of them at once. But yeah, and then Kazuguma also helps with Shinano's skill, which if there's 3 Sakura Empire characters in your fleet, she gets an extra buff, which is nice. And she also buffs Sakura Empire's destroyers. Alright, now for the actual battle part. This is gonna be excellent. I'm gonna start with this fleet. Try and keep Independence alive. That way she can keep her buff up. Yeah, let's go. Auto combat off. I'll just call in the subs now. Thank you, Albacore. Very cool. Let's do this. Okay. So these two are why you want to do this boss fight every month, at least normal mode. Otherwise, you're missing out. You get 3 of these from the shops every month, but sometimes you'll miss them. So that's not great. And this is good for getting rainbow gear to plus 13. These will give you more points for the reset shop at the end of every reset for upside. So, alright, let's just quit rambling and get to it. Very not safe for public skin or loading screen. Richelieu with her preload barrage shelling. Oh, I forgot this one turns her torpedoes invisible. That's not fun. Make sure if you're struggling to use... I don't expect this fleet to do very much damage, if I'm being honest. Oh, I should have waited. At least the barrage from Musashi hit the jellyfish. Oh, and these stupid planes have shields around them. I'm just fat fingering things right now. I need to actually pay attention to what I'm doing. Oh well. Just independence, you need to stay alive. Okay, I don't think that the Vanguard's not going to live much longer, so independence should be fine. But having a carrier in your fleets is also very nice because you can, nothing chases you, you can clear the screen. So if you have like a bunch of torpedoes, a bunch of stuff on the screen that there's no way you can dodge, you can just hit the good old airstrike, and if it'll clear the screen. If it's something that's continuous, it will come back. And yeah, so that went, you know, well as I expected. Musashi MVP, obviously. She is Rainbow. She has the rainbow gun from her event. And Pence did well, despite being very, very underleveled. Wishel even has a HE gun. It'll be very silly if I click on her and she doesn't have a gun equipped. She does, okay. Alright, you can go chill over there. Next up, Fleet 2, the mob fleet. This one also probably go well, just because there's so much healing on this fleet. This is the fleet I use for strongholds. I can just hit auto mode and this fleet will deal with everything but the final boss of strongholds. So that's nice. Wish I could set it so it's okay, do auto on this fleet except for the final boss, then switch to one of the other fleets. But oh well. Can't get too greedy. And whoop, get rid of those. Should have saved the first set. Oh no, I feel like that thing's gonna spawn and I have the gun open. Not great. Oh, well, messed that up. Oh well. Have this lot just deal with that. Or the gravity vortex wells. Doing a good amount of damage to it. Griffin's down, and the fight's pretty much over. Let's see if Sandy can be the lone survivor. Just dodge the laser beam from hell. Yeah, she's done. I think the Perseus barrage airstrike going off was probably what did it. Vanguard MVP, good amount of damage. Alright, so this time around, I'm gonna move Vanguard so I actually see boss's HP. That's not much done. Yeah, we're not even to the first reward stage. This will probably be a regroup and rest run. And then we'll be bringing the submarines this time, if I didn't already say so. I'll bring them after the boss spawns, the octopus spawns in, or the jellyfish. They're all goofy little sea creatures. Come on, spawn the octopus, or the jellyfish. I already forgot what kind of creature it is. There you go, okay. Something I like for boss fights when I'm using a battleship fleet and I am focused solely on dodging and I don't want to risk. Okay, that jellyfish is dead. And I don't want to have my shots just go wasted. What I'll do is I'll switch to auto mode so it auto aims at the boss. Be warned, this auto aims, so you do less damage, but rather than getting hit, it does hit. But if you have multiple enemies on the screen, then it's not as good. Like, I wasn't going to use it when the jellyfish was still there. But this is going much better. Shimakaze is down, that's unfortunate. Okay, we got it under half health. So we'll watch the carriers just kind of go to town on it. Alright, good work. Of course, New Jersey. MVP. It was pretty close. Ulrich was almost there. FTG wasn't far behind. Shimakaze wasn't too far behind either. Yeah, it's a good combo. Could throw Musashi in, but I like the similar aesthetic between Ulrich and FDG. I can actually stop saying that Ulrich is FDG's Fate Sim 5 because they are very similar. Both have a proximity barrage, so you could run Ulrich in a boss fleet and then FDG in a mob fleet and have the barrage go off all the time. It's really fun. Okay, the carrier fleet time. Let us do this. We will, yep. And so it does not appear that this gets weakened to any type of enemy. One thing of note when using the Tenrai, it's stronger against heavy armor. That's not true. It's, or maybe it's because the bomb Armad. It's not great against light, but it does armor break against heavy. So for this type of boss, it's not the greatest, but it's still nice to have because it's nice evasion stat buff. All right, let us go. Silly goose in there. Anchorage kind of hanging out in here. And dodge tank. I expect to see a lot of a bunch of the mists come up around Anchorage. They decided, you know, let's just make this heavy cruiser that's ungodly tanky also an evade tank. All right, bring the submarines in. And it's gone. Have a nice day. I'm not the best at making use of Anchorage's smoke properly, but I'm gonna try to use. Impossible. Wait for everyone's. Yeah, I need to try and slow Implacables. Okay, we're gonna be just under damage. That's unfortunate. Let's see. Come on, no, we're gonna be just under. Man, that is unfortunate. Yeah, so that's good damage. I also waited for the boss. I bet I probably could have done a bit more if I had a bit faster cycle. No, because it would have been the same reload time. Because the second plane was already loading. They'll have more than one. But I waited for the boss to kind of slow down so I don't have to solely rely on Implacables speed beat debuff. Rewards have been distributed. Thank you. More rewards. Alright, so we'll just... Actually, do I even have enough? I do have enough AP left. Well, let's do that since we're pretty close. Wish we could... If we had more offensive capability, we got this up to 70, we probably would have killed. But it is what it is. It's not super crucial, and I have plenty of AP. And so I always get the 5,000 oil reset thing for Opsai. So it just clears everything. I just have to do one fight and I can access Arbiter, which is nice. So if you don't have a whole lot of time to farm Opsai, then I'd highly recommend doing so. Just kind of wait for the jellyfish to spawn so we can watch it get destroyed again. And that's probably another thing that didn't help was I kind of just sat there. The jellyfish waiting to get killed. And that's all she wrote. Thank you for your time, Miss Arbiter Temperance. And yeah, so there's a little John took MVP there. Because her second set of planes hit first. Hard mode. No thank you. That's not fun. Maybe at the end of the month when I have more of the augment things done. I'm closer to 200 instead of 150. I can try hard mode. Because that's tough. Especially with that heal debuff and the 5% damage every 10 seconds. Let's just resupply and go look at rewards. I believe you don't get the UR stuff from hard mode, which I think is a bit silly. Unlock it. Let's see. You do not. So I don't feel like hard mode is really worth the effort. Usually just by getting the normal mode version of all this stuff, you'll be able to get all the siren things from the siren coordinate loggers from the reset shop, all the augment, like combat augment stuff from the reset shop. So it's not too much of a hassle if you don't do that. And not usually, I don't think I've ever done it. I've tried it. Yeah, so this is usually what I get. You get these a lot, and this rest of this. And some of this stuff is like lore stuff. Sometimes I grab coins. I'm low on coins during an event. I don't want to farm 12-4. Yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed watching me kind of smack around the Arbiter boss. And yeah, I will see you around.